that section, and I was just trying to get to a document that I could support, and yes, we'll clean it up, but I can support it as it is.
Mr. Gates.
Very clearly, a lot of cleanup is still required here. I'm curious, just for my own clarification, I'm not sure what you mean by if 4 people on the council vote for something, then the other 3 have to go along with it. I don't see that anywhere.
One council member had presented that we had gone over this and it needs to move forward and we've already discussed it. That's true, we have already discussed it. If I don't agree with it, even though we discussed it and got outvoted, that still doesn't mean that I have to vote yes for it. Does that make sense?
I don't see any place where it says you have to vote yes for anything that you don't agree with. The whole process is just the opposite. That's why we take a vote of how many vote for it, how many vote yes. And we respect the decisions. If I'm on the opposite side of something you vote for and you win, then I think I have an obligation to respect the overall vote of the council, but I certainly am not going to change my position and go forward.
It's not a matter of disrespecting the vote, the majority vote. It has been addressed tonight by a council member how we have gone over this. We have discussed it. It's a living document. It's time to move forward on it. I'm simply stating I'm not going to support it. I didn't support sections of it during work sessions, and I'm not going to support it now. It's not a matter of in this document, it's a matter of basic understanding of the entire document that I don't support sections of it, so I'm not going to support the entire document.
I can appreciate that. I still like the old policies and procedures that the council had worked very successfully under which for many years, occasionally there's some tweaking here and there, some housekeeping issues. I think that's all important. But I believe it was a couple of the council members here that were the ones that wanted to redo everything. They got us into all the work sessions and that sort of thing. So I have no problem in trying to tweak it all, but I'd like to see some specific recommendations. If you don't like it, I would love to hear what it is you would be happy with, so that we can consider all that too.
I'll take the bait. So, the more that we, as a council, act, and not so much discretionary power by the person presiding at our meetings. We've had some recent action by a presiding official that was questionable. It's called us into doubt with the public. And I don't think what happened was right, and I'm damn sure the people in the public don't think it was right either. So again, I want to fix what's broken in our own rules without adopting sweeping additional rules that give more power to the person with the gavel.
Amen. We have invited Sissy to bring forward to our next meeting some specifics on those things. To do that, I heard her support to bring those forward at our next meeting. Mike, I would make the same invitation to you, and I would make the same invitation to me or to any of us. There are specific changes that you want us to talk, notwithstanding we have talked about this matter to some extent. I think that was without question. But to you, to Mr. Webbs, to Mr. Collins, to Mr. Gates, to Ms. Kidd, Sissy, to myself, I extend the invitation that this matter is going to be continued to July 5th, our meeting in July. I make the same invitation and hope the same acceptance on your part as Sissy has to bring forward in writing other recommendations. This matter is not over with. Is that okay with you guys?
Mr. Mayor, those are a bit hollow words. You know my position from day one on this.
I'm trying to keep us on the same plane.
Absolutely, and so am I, sir. I'm trying to represent the people.
When I mean on the same plane, because we've asked Sissy, she has agreed to bring forward her argument. Some of the things she's spoken of, this evening. I don't think it's unreasonable for me to make the same request on any other matter that's still in debate here. That's all I'm asking. I'm not, it's really rather simple. Mr. Mayor. Yes, Mr. Casey.
I would just have a question, because we talked through a lot of this kind of stuff to try to get a feel for where everybody's at and come to consensus and work together to get a result that's satisfactory. And it resonates in my mind so many times when you were insistent, Mr. Woodham, that we have procedures that are run by Robert's Rules of Order. You mentioned that, and Robert's Rules of Order is very clear on giving power to the presiding officer of the meeting. Somebody has to be in control of the meeting. You seem, it appears now that there's a big conflict. Now you don't want to have, and that's why it's
Do you
confusing.
want to go with complete Robert's Rules of
I'd
Order?
like to just finish.
Gentlemen,
Point of order.
gentlemen, let's, get back to the point.
And what I'm saying is that I would just like to get a consistent message, so that we have some
Call on point of
consistent.
order, the mayor needs to rule on that.
You were calling a point of order.
You were speaking.
You were interrupting me, that was the point of order.
Okay, how about this, point of order?
What is it?
I forgot.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I would just like some consistency, if we want to follow Robert's Rules of Order, which
Okay.
we all try to get together, and now we're getting a totally different message from you, and it's quite frankly confusing to the public, who we're all trying to represent.
If you were be willing to accept Robert's Rules of Order, the latest revised copy, I would surely